What's up? What's going on, everyone?
What's
Clark,
going on?
Clark Brothers back with you. Here we're going to be talking about winning time.
Yes,
This
Los
the
Angeles
rise
Lakers.
of the Laker dynasty. This is a new series. It's been on for one season. Now it's in its second season on
Yep,
HBO. You can catch it on HBO Max and
HBO
on
Max.
HBO 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Sundays. So this will be our quick thoughts of the show tonight. We just watched
hmm
it at 9 o'clock,
Yes,
and we're gonna go over some quick thoughts, and we'll be giving you our full breakdown tomorrow.
yep,
So,
definitely. So, just quick thoughts on what we thought, directly following tonight's episode, and of course, this is now episode 4
all
in
right,
season 2. What was the name of this episode?
episode 4, season 2 is called "The New World."
The
The
world.
New
All
World.
right.
So we'll get right into it. So yes, so this is, as we just mentioned, season 2, episode 4, the New World. Okay, so now, as we know, if you've been following the show, which we assume you have, Paul Westhead is, really kind of like trying to lay his hammer down and
Right.
try to get control of the team because he knows that the team doesn't really respect him.
Right, oppose his will, so to speak. He's trying to oppose his
Right.
will on the team. He saw what happened, even though they won the title his first year. He
Hmm.
came in for Jack McKinney, Jack
Hmm.
McKinney, and even though they won the title, people were still saying, "Oh, it's Jack McKinney's team. They won because of Magic."
Right.
They were not really giving Paul Weston any credit. So, and that's part of the reason why, even though you don't want to admit it, that's part of the reasons why Paul West had switched
The
from Jack
system.
McKinney's offense to the system,
Yeah.
where that's more of an offense that he is controlling. So, as
Created.
we started seeing that after that loss last year. This picks up really, you know, going into the next season because they don't want a repeat. That's all they keep saying. They don't want a repeat of last season. Now remember, he installed a system last season as well,
Hmm.
and but
That
he
was the
fi- he
season that Magic got injured.
right, but he kind of figured. Oh, and the Lakers ended up doing good that year. Um, but as Magic came back right towards the end of the season, so now it's now just a full season with the system, and quickly that the thing that I was seeing from the moment this episode came on is the deterioration that's starting to happen with Paul Westhead, not only with Magic Johnson, but also Jerry West, Pat Riley, his assistant, and now it's his closest friend, and of course the owner Jerry Buss. So his relationships with them, as he's starting to oppose his will, thinking that that's what he needs to do for the players to respect him. It seems like the players are not really respecting him, even with this new attitude that he's posting. That's
Yeah.
what I was getting. I'm
Yeah.
getting that they would rather, what we'd rather get the old Paul Westhead back because this new
Right.
guy, that's up in
Yeah.
people's faces, threatening people, playing time,
Yep.
stuff he wasn't doing before. They're not
Yeah.
really feeling it.
No.
These players, they don't feel Magic either.
Right.
And the reason for it that is, of course, this was the episode that the whole team found out that Urban Magic Johnson got signed to. He's now only in his third year. He got signed to a lifetime Laker contract,
Right.
25 years, 25 million. So
Hmm.
everybody's resentful to Magic, towards that. If you with your quick thoughts, if you're thinking about it, what is the reason do you think? Because I think they all got separate reasons. Uh, why are they? If it doesn't affect their money. Why do you think they're so resentful of Magic?
Yeah, I don't think it's really the money. I think it's the relationship that he has with Bus, and it just
Right.
seems like he's the golden boy. So he's got that direct line, just like Wes had said. He's got a direct line to the king,
Right.
and that's what they're not feeling. Plus, the fact that him and Westhead bump heads a lot. They don't agree with it either as much, but they're trying to buy into it because, as he says, it requires a full buy-in for the system to work.
Mhm.
If there's any resistance against, so what they're trying to say is, okay, he's our coach. Let's see what happens if we can, the only way to truly prove his system isn't going to work is if they fully buy into it and it doesn't work. You
Right.
know, Magic talking about he ain't having fun, this, that, and the other. So I think they're just showing on both ends a little bit of Westhead's arrogance that grew and a little bit of Magic Johnson's immaturity at that stage coming into the game as the guy.
Right.
Since he was drafted, he was that guy. So I just think this was kind of like Westhead's uh not his episode, but this really kind of showed a change. I think that's why it's called the New World, because it's like it is kind of like a new world for him. He's in there partying, he's laughing it up, drinking, dancing with chicks. He didn't do that. That guy wasn't like that,
Right. Right.
So he's like really, because he's happy that or at least he thinks his system is working. And what it's exact opposite of what Jack McKinney was doing. So, and he even got a chance the first time they played each other, even after McKinney just basically sunned him, when they met up, they beat McKinney. He beat McKinney, they
Right.
barely did it, but it worked. So that's pretty much the gist of it. I think that's what and this episode ends with Magic, with the famous point where Magic said he wants to be uh traded, which was very
Right.
surprising. If you don't know the history, now you're a lifelong Laker fan,
Right.
but if people out there who don't know the history of it, I mean, it would be surprising. The guy just signed a lifetime deal and now he's talking about he wants to be traded. So now, just real quick, how does that compare to your thoughts, your memories? And we'll break it down more in our full coverage. But
Yeah.
just quickly, how does that relate to? Do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember it. It's and like you said, we'll get more into it on our review, but it's, of course, being a Laker fan living in New York at a time, during a time when there's no social media, there's really no direct line to news to LA. At that age, we wasn't going to the library and looking through Los Angeles papers, as I did when I got older. But you hear, you would hope that news like that, whenever you see news from other teams outside of New York, ciphering through to the New York paper, then you're like, okay, this is a big deal. I do remember people saying Magic Johnson seeks a trade. I didn't know the just behind it back then,
Mm,
but I
yeah,
do remember them mentioning he was bumping heads with Paul Westhead and he was seeking a trade. So we'll
mm,
get more into that
yeah.
in detail
Yeah,
with
we'll
our
we'll
full report.
we'll dig more into it, and then, uh, you know, uh, so winning time, the rise of the Laker dynasty. It stars John C. Riley as Jerry Buss, playing him so very very cool, very very good portrayal of Jerry Buss from what I read. I didn't know Jerry Buss, but people
Right.
that know him say he does a good portrayal of him. Quincy Isaiah is Magic Johnson. He's doing a great job. Jason Clark as Jerry West. Adrian Brody is Pat Riley, and I think going forward, the next going forward, the next few episodes this season is probably gonna start seeing the rise of Pat Riley.
Right.
So that's it. We'll you guys, we just wanted to check in and see what you comment down below. What are you thinking of this series so far? I mean, it's season
Mhm.
2, so we're assuming the people that watch this series, you're on board. So now it's season 2. What are you guys saying? Lakers fans, check in with us. Tell us what you know. If you happen
Right.
to be in California, if you're from California, do
And
you
you
remember
remember,
these moments?
right? And you
Yeah.
remember these moments. Let us know, because I'm a Laker fan, but I'm not from California.
Right.
But I'm a lifelong Laker fan. But let me know, it hit different when you're actually from there, and
Yeah.
you can remember some of the articles. You
Right.
can remember some of the stories that was going around back then. So any Laker fan, you can check in with us and let us know exactly what you think so far of season two, and any of these things that you remember it happening back then.
Right. Comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the little notification button. And of course, share this with your friends. And we will be back tomorrow to give you
Yes,
our full breakdown
full
of
breakdown of
episode 4,
episode
The
4.
New World, season 2 of Winning Time, the rise of the Laker dynasty. See
Yep.
y'all tomorrow, y'all.
Peace.